Polymer quenchant, mixture of water plus little amount of organic compound like polyvinyl alcohol will provide ideal cooling, and hence it is preferred in the industries over all other quenching mediums, including water and brine. In fact, in some cases, water and brine may prove to be the dangerous quenchant, and they may develop crack within the steel part because water and brine both provide very fast cooling rate in the high temperature zone as well as low temperature zone. We want the media should extract the heat at a very fast rate in high temperature zone, and the same media should extract the heat at a very slow rate at and around ms temperature zone, that is in low temperature zone. Why? Because this is the zone around ms temperature where there is the highest risk of development of stresses, cracks, and distortion of the object. So if any media which provides little what slower cooling rate near to ms temperature zone, so that we will get little time for the equalization of the temperature between surface and center of the part, we can minimize the development of stresses, and thus we can minimize the chances of development of cracks. So the media which will provide very fast cooling rate in the high temperature zone but slow cooling rate, little what slow cooling rate in the low temperature zone, that is around ms temperature, will be considered to be the ideal quenching medium or ideal quenchant, and such type of ideal quenchant is polymer quenchant. A little amount of polymer organic compound like polyvinyl alcohol, if it is added in water, then what will happen? Water will provide fast cooling rate in the high temperature zone, but this high molecular weight PVA added in water will form a thin layer at low temperature near to 200 or 250 centigrade temperature, and thus it will slow down the cooling rate. So due to the formation of a thin polymer film, uniform film, it ensures that the rate of extraction will be almost uniform. So we will get sufficient opportunity for the equalization of the temperature between surface and center. So in this way, the polymer quenchant will play the role of ideal quenchant, and hence it is preferred in industries over water and brine. So mild tempering can be easily possible, or the maximum advantage of this procedure we can take if the polymer quenchant is utilized. Fast tempering, it is another kind of interrupted quenching or two-stage quenching. It is done to transform austenite into bainite. Fast tempering is done to transform austenite into bainite. Cool rapidly the steel from austenitic temperature to T1 temperature. T1 temperature is just above MS, as we had seen in case of Mar tempering. But in Mar tempering, we had held the steel only for a certain time period length. To ensure that the time period should not exceed PS point. It should not cross PS curve. While here, the time period is crossing PS line and BS line. It is crossing PS line and BS line, as well as it is crossing PS and BF curve. So as the transformation temperature is low, that's why instead of perlite, bainite will be obtained, as we have seen in time temperature transformation diagram. There are three transformation products in TT diagram. First is perlite, which is obtained in high temperature zone. Second is bainite, which is obtained in the medium temperature zone. And third is martensite, which is obtained in the lowest temperature zone. So T1, at temperature T1, if you hold the steel sufficiently for sufficient time period length, so that the all of 100% austenite will get transformed into 100% bainite. How can you understand? As soon as it crosses BF point also, it is crossing BS point as well as BF point. So it ensures the bainitic transformation is finished. All of austenite has been transformed into bainite. So hold there till austenite gets transformed into bainite. After that, you can take it out of the furnace and cool it in open atmosphere, because once all of the austenite has been transformed into bainite, now there is no fear of change in microstructure. Once 100% austenite has been transformed into 100% any other phase, in this case it is bainite. So now you can cool it in open atmosphere. Bainite is the lower temperature transformation product. It is a very fine mixture of ferrite and cementite or ferrite and carbides, and it is very tough. It is very tough. Bainite has hardness and toughness equivalent to that of tempered martensite. So when the hardness and toughness is equivalent to that of tempered martensite, then why should we go to take that much risk in hardening by quenching if your aim is fulfilled by this single heat treatment? Moreover, no post heat treatment is required. Post heat treatment means like tempering. Tempering is necessary after hardening by quenching to relieve the internal stresses, to convert the brittleness of martensite into tough and tempered martensite, to convert the retained austenite into either bainite or martensite. So such type of post heat treatment is not required, because it is a complete heat treatment process in itself. Complete heat treatment process in itself means here there is no retained austenite, 100% austenite has been transferred into 100% bainite. And second thing, there is no internal stresses, because we have held the steel at temperature T1 for sufficient duration. The temperature as well as rate of transformation at the surface and center are almost equal. So here internal stresses will not get developed. Due to all reasons, the Ost tempering is one of the most common heat treatment in the industries. Earth moving vehicles like cranes and other lifting equipments, railway wheels, large die blocks, etc. may be subjected to fast tempering. But one thing we have to keep in mind, wherever more hardness, wear resistivity, cutting ability, abrasion resistivity are required, there is no substitute of hardening by quenching. We need to take the risk of development of stresses. We need to take care of development of stresses, and we have to subject the part to the hardening treatment. Wherever more hardness, more wear resistivity is required. So os tempering is an alternate where little what more toughness is required, and we can little what may compromise with the hardness, like for these items we have just now mentioned. So os tempering and mild tempering are misnomer. There is nothing to deal with the tempering treatment. In os tempering, you may remember that this treatment is done in the austenitic condition to convert austenite into martensite. And mild tempering, so from MAR you may remember, in this treatment, two-stage quenching, we have to transform austenite into martensite. So MAR term will be prefixed.